And welcome back, everyone, once more to another episode of Hungry Gamers. Once more, we have me, Hold Extra Revive. We have Red Skittles,
Heidi.
Xeno Galleon,
Yo.
and Blazbaros. And once more, we bring some more topics of what's been going on about in the wonderful world of gaming. And to start us off, we have Drew.
Yay. My topic is yes to do with games and no to do with games. So basically, who here didn't watch the Warcraft trailer on Friday?
I watched it sometime.
Yeah.
I watched it.
Yeah. I've seen it. Yeah. Okay, cool. So everyone's watched it. Everyone knows it's coming out June next year. And I think it's like June 10th or something.
June 10th? June 10th? That's my birthday, bro.
Fun fact, it would have come out when Star Wars was coming out.
Anyway, the point is, it's due to come out, and video game movies haven't had the best reputation.
No.
Right?
No, they don't.
To name a few, we've had the Mario Bros, which was god-awful. We've had the Doom movie, even though it had Carl Urban in it. I'm very sure it had Carl Urban in it. And
Mad Max.
Mad Max isn't a video game movie.
No, sorry. Max Payne.
Right, yes, we've had Max Payne.
Sorry, the other way around, because Mad Max became a game, you know, so.
Yeah, but, okay, yeah, Max Payne is another example. So I will say Max Payne wasn't as bad as a lot of people claimed it to be, because like I know loads of people said, oh yeah, but Mark Wahlberg's acting was really wooden. It's like, yes, Max Payne, the character, is really wooden. You know, he's like a stiff upper lip, let's dive through the air shooting everyone character.
There was House of the Dead, Silent Hill.
Anything by Uwe Ball.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh,
Hitman.
Wow. Yeah, Hitman, you know. But I will say, out of all these films, yeah, I feel there's been one absolute gem, right? Anyone take a guess? No, not out of the ones we've just said, by the way. You know, out of all the video game movies out there, I think there's one utter gem. Any guesses?
I'm actually stumped on this one.
Let's make sure there's no dead air, but keep on talking while they think. Have they got an answer for me?
Final Fantasy VII Advent Children?
I don't know. No. That wasn't the one I was thinking
Fantasy Spirits Within? Because...
Oh, God, no.
That wasn't a movie about anything.
Yeah,
that was a movie about ducks, I think. Anyway, the film I was really, really liked as a video game adaptation was Prince of Persia. I thought that was a brilliant video game adaptation.
What
do you mean?
Saying that?
Yeah. It was very true to the actual franchise. So, video game movies don't do particularly well. Yeah, we didn't get a sequel to Prince of Persia. We've not had a sequel to any of these things.
Except for Resident Evil.
Oh, apart from Resident Evil, yeah, I'll give you that. The only Resident Evil film I actually liked was the second one, which I believe was Apocalypse. And yeah, so I mean, did any of you like the Resident Evil movies?
Not particularly.
I can't say I remember them very well. The only one I remember is the one where they're out in Las Vegas and there's like a cargo container full of zombies.
I think that's the third one, or maybe the fourth one. I think that's
like
the
a big swarm
one.
of crows or something.
It kind of steadily went downhill. I actually watched the latest one. Actually, let's have a quick look. Let's have a look on the internet and see.
And also, didn't Silent Hill have a second one too?
Yeah, there's
a second one. Yeah.
There's two Silent Hill movies, I believe, and they're both just called Silent Hill.
What?
Yep.
Let's have a quick look. So, no, those are video games.
Because the more recent Silent Hill one, that movie that came out, was actually the last movie I saw in a cinema. And I would have to say, whilst it isn't the most brilliant of movies, I didn't come out feeling that I wasted my time.
Right.
Mm.
So
Go on.
So there's, I think there's 6 movies. So there's Resident Evil, which was released in 2002. Resident Evil Apocalypse, which is in 2004. Afterlife, which was Extinction, which was 2007, which I think is the Las Vegas one you're thinking of. Afterlife, which is 2010, which I can't remember if I bothered watching. And then Retribution in 2012, which I swear was so god-awful boring, I actually stopped paying attention. And
Was that the one where they're on the boat?
It's the one where they end up on a submarine, I think. And I'm like, oh, they're on a submarine. Yeah, that's nice. But apparently, there's the final chapter, which is due out in 2017. So
The final chapter. There's another one. I didn't. Oh my god.
yeah. Anyway, so that is potentially one of the few movie to game to movie franchises that has actually had multiple films. Now, I absolutely love and adore the Warcraft franchise. I love its lore. It is so rich. It is so. I wouldn't say Lord of the Rings, eat your heart out, but I'd certainly say Harry Potter, anything in this sort of like day and age, eat your heart out. Twilight, you got nothing on. Wow. Right. Okay.
Twilight has nothing on anything.
Huh?
At the same time, it's just a piece of shit.
Right.
Anyway, continue.
But so my question, first of all, is how much are you guys into the lore of Warcraft?
In my younger days, I played it religiously. Yeah, and that was like 6-7 years ago when I was in college. Kind of forgot how the lore went back then. I know a little bit about it. I know like a bit of Azeroth, a bit what the Lich King did and stuff like that from today, but I haven't played for a long time.
Right. But was that just Warcraft 3, or was that Warcraft 1, 2, and 3?
I haven't played the RTS 1 and 2. I think I played 3 a little bit, and then I went on the MMO.
Right, so you mostly played WoW. Right, okay.
Yeah, mostly play WoW, yeah.
Right, okay. What about you, you other two?
I played the second and third RTS. I tried to get into WoW, but it's the fact that all my friends were playing another MMO, so I just didn't bother.
Right, okay. Blaz?
I don't know anything really.
Right.
I'd
Okay.
not saying that I don't like it. It's never really been a part of anything that I've done.
Right.
I'd much rather play like the RTSs than play World of Warcraft personally.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. No, I completely
they're
get that.
really old and they look really hard to get into because they're old.
Well,
I need them to look a little bit better now. Make an HD release.
It's actually really funny because the second one was the first one that they allowed you to right click to get to have whatever you've got selected to perform an action, right?
Oh, that's
In
cool.
the first one, literally you had to select your units and then you had to click on a menu of possible actions. Yeah. So it was like, oh, you have to click back and forth. It was like, oh yeah,
that
RSI.
sounds painful.
Yeah, RSI, do things. Anyway, now the point is, one of the main characters of the Warcraft franchise is Thrall. Yeah, a war chief of the Horde for a good many years, right?
Orc Moses?
Huh?
Orc Moses.
Moses.
We're getting to this, right? In the original lore, in the book, Lord of the Clans, right? I don't expect anyone to have read this. In the book Lord of the Clans, Thrall's parents, Duratan and Draka, die after having a meeting with one of the big orc honchos, Ogrim Doomhammer. That they are murdered off, and then Thrall is found by some limey human scum, which I can't actually remember his name is. It's like Andahol or something like that. And he's sort of raised under human guidance. So he's like sort of raised as a slave. But anyway, the point is that Thrall isn't born until 2 years after the first war, right? So, but in the film, he is born during the First War, right? And then we have Orc Moses, right?
Right.
How do you guys feel about retcons to I wouldn't say such crucial plot elements, but such plot elements?
I
Uh,
won't say it's really that crucial as a retcon. You know, it's not like they dramatically changed it. They just changed it in the timeline, isn't it?
I'd agree. Yes, it like the only comparison I could really make for, say, Blaz's sake is I would feel an equivalent would be Padme gives birth to Luke and Leia before Anakin goes batshit crazy and kills all the younglings.
Hmm.
You know, but Anakin still goes batshit crazy and kills all the younglings.
Yeah,
So
that's
it's-
crucial plot element. You can't remove that. He's got to kill kids.
Yeah.
It's
he has to
part of
kill
his
them.
character. That's
You know, he's the whiny emo poop, so he needs to kill the kids. But that is like a comparison I would make. It's not a huge difference. Like Blizzard aren't renowned for their retcons, right? Like one example is that there's a species on Draenor known as the Draenei, and in Warcraft 3 the Frozen Throne. I always find that hard to say. The Draenei were from Draenor. But then when they came to World of Warcraft in the first expansion, the Burning Crusade, it was announced that the Draenei weren't originally from Draenor, but instead they came from a world called Argus, the home of the Eredar. But this is like kind of some of the crazy crap that Blizzard will retcon in their plots. So, do you guys feel that it's all right to retcon things to an audience that would sort of expect what they've read or anything, as long as it's not too severe?
something minor like that, just like changing a date on something. I don't really think that's too
Destructive on the
lore-breaking.
lore. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
as
don't
long as
think
the
so.
end result is the same or
So-
along the same lines, I think it should be okay. Do we know how involved Blizzard is and actually like with the writing and stuff like that with this?
I think they are extremely involved. I think they're involved to the point of, no, you cannot change that. You know, they have majority control over the plot.
That's
Because
good.
they're actually announced in the trailer. You know, it says Blizzard Entertainment. It's not like Lucas Films or anything like that, or Lucas. You know, it's Lucas. It's actual Blizzard Entertainment. Their name is in the actual.
Yeah, I just wasn't
Surely.
sure if that was like for show or if that actually meant something.
I think it actually means something. I think it means like Marvel Studios. I think they are properly getting their hands dirty and grubby and everything.
Okay, I am okay with this.
So the next question I have, right, trying not to drag this out, is: do we feel that the Warcraft movie has any chance of success compared to the likes of the Marvel Cinematic Universe? Right. I actually ran some numbers, and in 2010, World of Warcraft had over 12 million subscribers. Currently, it has something like 5.5 million, right? But it had over 12 million. If all 12 million go see Warcraft, yeah, I think it was like £9 a head, yeah, £9 a ticket. It comes to, and I had to turn this into dollars, $164.2 million as like a box office. Do you guys feel that is enough for this film to be classified as successful when the budget for the film is 100 million?
Sorry, what was the final number again?
The final number, the budget of the film to actually make the film was $100 million. So, and I say if all 12 million people go at £9 a head, it's $164.2 million.
That's just the fans.
That's just the fans. Yeah,
Yeah.
those are the active subscriptions. Yeah. So that doesn't include spouses, partners, children. It doesn't include anyone else. It is just the fans, right?
Yeah.
I would say it's really hard to tell because, hey, I don't have a WoW subscription. All I've really done lately is play around with the 20 cap, the level 20 cap free trial thing.
Yeah.
But I would go see the movie.
Yeah.
And I have a feeling that there are quite a few people out there who will probably end up going to see it at least twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are the hardcore fans who just like watch it 5 times and dissect it as a review and stuff like that, and probably watch it 5 more times because they love it so much as a fan.
I can't imagine any fan watching it 10 times.
Oh, I met a few. Who does it, and some of them are my closest friends, and they watch something that they like that made, their favorite game or something media that turned into a movie. They'll watch it multiple times. Of course, Star Wars fans did it. Went overboard when when the first Star Wars came out, even though it was not the first Star Wars, Episode 1. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's it's like, oh, it's been a long time we had a Star Wars. So, my friends like watched the shit out of it, and I watched it like once or twice with a friend. And I was like, I wasn't happy about the movie, but that's just my opinion. But there are hardcore fans who will do that.
I'll be honest, I'll probably go see the Warcraft movie probably at least twice. If I really properly enjoy it and don't come out going, "Oh my god, what did they do?" I'd probably go see it maybe a third or even a fourth time. And of course, I'll be seeing it in IMAX, which is more expensive, but totally worth the money. Especially when kids don't go to the movies and you're like, yay, because parents don't want to pay that much for a kid to be in the film. Sorry, in the screening. So I think if we could guarantee that there would be at least 12 million people going to go see this film, as specifically the subscriber count, I think there would actually be a relatively high chance that the film would be successful to the point of it will get a sequel. And that's what I really want to see, right? Because if there's a second film, people will go to it just because there was already a first one. Yeah? It's the premise that Pacific Rim 2 is on. Because it's like if they make the sequel, people will go watch the first one to then watch the sequel. Yeah, it's like how the Grown Ups 2 was actually successful. Stupid. So, but my concern, right, is the Amazing Spider-Man film. He goes to look it up again. Must be silent. Must keep looking. That had a budget of $230 million and made $757.9 million, and that was considered a success. Even though the second film goes to look it up quickly, failing horribly to look it up quickly. Went dead air. The second film had $255 million, made $709 million, and that was considered not a success. Leaving silence there on that one, just to let it set in.
Yeah.
Guys can't make up their minds.
No.
I think the film needs to make like 3 times its production value to be considered a quote-unquote success. So, my question...
breaking even won't do it.
No, so yeah. My question to you guys, right, and, leave you to think about this, is do you think the Warcraft movie will be the doom and gloom of games to films, or will it actually succeed and we'll actually get to see a proper Warcraft franchise of films?
I'm hopeful. Really, even as somebody who doesn't really know Warcraft all that much, I do like Blizzard,
As you should.
and yeah,
All
as our Lord
hail
and
the
Savior.
all hail the Blizzard overlords.
My
Please have my wallet.
my one my one gripe though is that I think this movie would probably fare a lot better if the whole thing was CGI.
I wondered that, but I think the problem with that is that too many people would feel it's a cartoon and they wouldn't give it the respect it deserves. Yeah, I've seen so many people like some
That is very true. That is the sad truth, but just aesthetically looking, that is how it should be done, because Blizzard can do that so well in their cinematics. They
To be
can
honest,
they
I
can
actually
they can
wonder.
pop out like one of those trailers and they get you pumped for that just by the way it looks. They can do it. It's just that, that's the sad truth. What you said there is that people will say, "Oh, it's the whole thing CGI, therefore cartoon, therefore child, for kids."
Yeah, no, I mean it's a harsh truth. Um, I know people like that. It's like, oh, it's just a cartoon. I'm not interested. And it's just like, I'm not interested in your face.
Exactly.
Yeah, I went there. But it's it's kind of silly. I actually wonder how. So going different angle now. I wonder how many people though, well, how many resources at Blizzard were used to make this film. Like, did they use their own render farm to actually render chunks of this film?
Mhm.
So, right, okay. Anything anyone wants to add to this?
I think it's going to have a lot of expectation simply because of Blizzard and Warcraft.
Yeah. I
So
just don't
you,
want it to be like a thing got so overhyped and like prepared for this, and it turns out shite, and then yeah.
I
I
almost
don't.
think that there's gonna be like a polarizing of the fandom where it's people are gonna love it and there's people they're just gonna hate it.
Mm.
Oddly enough, I think that even though people are like, oh, what was that? Oh my god, no, it's off, complain, whine. I still think there'll be a large number of people that, even though that they complained and didn't like the first one, they'll go see a second one regardless.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, because they're
Yeah.
deep down they're gonna be like, oh man, I really want this to be good. So they probably go to the next one thinking, okay, we'll give it another shot, see what happens.
Yeah. And then they'll get to the what's it called Reign of Chaos, the third film, and they're like, okay, I'll give this another try. But it's so
Third time's the charm.
just
Come
give
on.
Blizzard your money. Just give Blizzard your money. It's fine. Anyway, so yeah, I'm done with this. I don't know if anyone else is.
Not much to say.
No. Other than, I think, probably safe to say that we're all looking forward to it in some degree or another.
Yep. All of the degrees in another.
I still,
So I don't know if you caught what I said before, but it actually would have came out this year.
Would it?
Yeah, but Star Wars.
Ah.
Because Star Wars is supposed to come out was supposed to come out during the summer.
Yeah.
It got pushed back to December. Then Blizzard is like, okay, we're not competing with this. Yeah, we'll go next year.
I also wouldn't be surprised because this is coming out like June next year. Oh, June 3rd. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised because I don't know if you're aware of Warner Brothers selling Lionsgate to Universal.
Oh, no, I was
Yeah.
not.
So Lionsgate was sold to Universal, and that's why Pacific Rim 2 is on like a bit of a loose footing. Is this film going to be any good, sort of thing? and Lionsgate were like really tentative of will the Warcraft movie actually be any success whatsoever. And I do think it falls to them. Sorry, not Lionsgate, Universal. I do think it falls to them to actually properly advertise this. You cannot leave it to just TV and the side of buses and things. You need to properly advertise this to the younger generations on the internet. Because
that's where we are all the time.
That is where we are all
Yeah.
the time. You know, social media is just freaking everywhere. And there's a film I recently saw. I will get off this topic, I promise. There was a film I recently saw
Good topic.
called The Last Witch Hunter with Vin Diesel. Yeah, do you know it?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Right, okay. The only reason I knew this film existed was because of an advert on the side of a bus. Because I don't watch TV. Yeah? And I didn't see any adverts for it online at all.
There was that
The
him
only
playing
thing, how we knew about it was there was that video of Vin Diesel
It's
playing
under-
D&D.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's how we found out.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I
Because we're
think,
just like, Vin Diesel playing D&D. We gotta see this.
Yeah.
yeah, I think that the Warcraft movie will be a brilliant success if they market it properly.
Yep.
So, right, I'm done. I'll shut up now.
Right.
But before you do, don't you want to tell us about Legacy of the Void?
No, you should be playing it yourself.
Well, I don't. Okay, I want to know. Is it awesome? That's
It is
all I need to know. Just tell me that.
Of course it's awesome. That's like
Okay,
saying,
see.
you know, is Blizzard, like, not awesome? And, like, of course Blizzard's awesome.
Sometimes Diablo 3, a little bit of disappointment there.
What? Diablo 3 was awesome.
And they bring out a new update for it for Diablo 3.
Yeah, at some point.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
a
but
new
the gameplay
area.
was so short and stuff. You know, it's just, it did not live up to its predecessor
You kidding?
in my eyes.
To his eyes, at least. Have you actually played Diablo 2 yet?
Oh yeah, I've been playing it.
Okay.
I cannot pick up Diablo 2 again. It is so monotonously boring.
It is. It's just that there was just so much more to it.
Was there? Oh
Yeah.
look, talent trees! Yay! I love talent trees.
No, in terms of what was happening with the story, because Diablo 3 was just like it was done. It was over. It was done. It was like, whoa, well, that was fast.
Well, to be fair, it is the end of a trilogy. It is that's what.
Yeah,
it
but they could have made it go out with a bigger bang. It felt like it's like, oh, Diablo's dead. Okay, all right, moving on to Malthael. Yeah.
Anywho,
Yeah. Topic for another day.
Yeah. Right, now, next topic is rather a joint topic between Taylor and Colin.
Post-apocalyptic bro. High five.
Well, you
That's
know
kinda
me, I love post-apocalypse stuff. Hey, man, play a lot of Mad Max, watch the movie. Don't count.
People keep saying that, but Thunderdome's fine.
no, it's
Nothing's
not.
wrong with it.
No. You've opened this, can of worms now. We're going down this route.
Here we go.
Thunderdome is awful for one simple fact that it turns into a kids' film halfway through.
Yeah, it does.
And
That is the
Yeah.
problem. If they
Yep.
left the kids behind in the the Oasis, and Max went back and was his usual badass self, it would have been perfectly fine. But they really kidified it, and it was just awful because of that.
all right.
Yeah, totally.
I don't know. I just never really had a problem with it.
Well, I did that
Probably
marathon.
because I don't remember it too much, aside
Yeah,
from
yeah.
like, the 2 times I've ever watched it.
Then watch it again because you feel it's pretty bad. Because
I don't know if I can because Fury Road.
Oh, that's the reason I rewatched the movies because I wanted to go from the beginning, then go to Fury Road. That's the reason I did that,
Anyway,
and I regret.
We have managed to get off topic before we even got on the topic. New
Yeah.
record.
Yeah, no.
All right, let's switch tracks here to get back to where we're supposed to be going. So, Fallout 4, it's a thing now. People were playing it even before they were supposed to be playing it, which kind of ruined it for a lot of us, but
Yeah.
oh well. A friend of mine actually changed his region to Japan to play it like a day early, that turkey.
Yeah. A lot of people did that.
Yeah.
Did it? Or, some people did it to record on Twitch, and they got banned for it because they were,
So people
banned
really
from
wanted to play this
Twitch?
game.
Yeah, because they were streaming it before it was released in their country, and
There was like some
kinda,
sort of embargo on it that you couldn't record it or like stream it during a certain time,
Right.
and people did it anyway
Right.
because they're intelligent like that, you know. But yeah, people really wanted to play this game, and when we finally got around to playing it, Colin, what was your first impression of it?
my first impression on it.
Your first impression?
Oh, it's so much better than the previous game, of course, because it's it was made after there, blah blah blah. It's, the graphics looks amazing. Oh, the power armor, my God.
Okay, the graphics don't look amazing. They're good, but they're not.
They're not Crisis.
Oh yeah.
It's not Crisis. It's not super incredible, but they're pretty good. They're pretty decent. I especially like the lighting you get in the morning. Like the morning mist come up, and then the light's kind of shining through all the trees as you're walking through it. It looks really nice. But other times, it's mods, please. We're gonna need mods.
Why? I've not played it, and I have no interest in playing it.
Some of the textures and the shaders on character models are sometimes kind of goofy looking. There actually is. Oh, there is an enhanced mod out already. All right, that was fast. Better go get that. But yeah, it was one experience so far. How long have I played this already? So I got it. I've played it about 8 hours because I've had other things to do in between, so I haven't been able to devote my life to it yet.
I played it for 21 hours.
Yeah, you see, Colin's just been drinking coffee and playing Fallout. That's all he's been doing.
Yep.
Yeah, and whilst I don't own Fallout and probably won't do, I've been basically watching Colin play it for a good part of those 21 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So let's look from my brief stint playing it. If you call 8 hours brief. Positives of this game. Your character now is a voice. I've heard some people who don't like that. How do you guys feel about your character having a voice in a game?
I'm fine with it. It's like playing, I don't know, Mass Effect. The first Mass Effect. And I'm used to that having a voice. I guess it's like the original Fallout or Skyrim, made by the same people. You never had a voice.
I always felt, you're playing more like a mannequin. You're just kind of running like an action figure. You're just running around with, like in Skyrim with, and he can't talk or anything aside from when he gets hit in the face with an arrow. Makes it sound whatever. But now your character actually has a voice. It feels like you're actually playing a person.
Well, okay, so I've got to ask: are you able to choose your voice?
I didn't spend an incredibly long time in the character creation, so I don't know. I may have missed that option.
I believe you don't. It was a bit because when I first booted up, it was very laggy when I was trying to do my customization, so I can't really spend a lot longer on it and how I want it, but because the frame rate was dropping for some reason. But now I'll get to that later. But I don't think you can. It's basically like Command and Shepherd, the generic male and female voice.
Right. Okay. How?
It seems pretty race neutral though, because if you play as a black guy, it's not like the voice is out of not out of place.
How? So what are the options like in talking to someone? It's like do you have to put a lot of are you restricted a lot in what you can say, or is all.
You get 4 options of what you can say to somebody at least the conversations I've had with people. Maybe you can get more.
Right.
I know that the controls are limited. Usually they're geared towards the control pad, so a lot of your controls are kind of limited to that.
Right.
So if you see 4 options on the screen, it's probably because you're using the D-pad to.
Actually, using the Y, X, A, and
okay,
B
yeah,
buttons.
you're using those. Yeah, you're using those 4 buttons there to pick your option.
Yeah.
It's not like Mass Effect where you get like that little circle thing, which would have been nice, actually.
Yeah. But you do get the choice of like you want to be a snarky asshole, or you want to be very nice, or you get the 2 choices, or the one. It depends on the dialogue of trying to persuade a person not to take drugs, or or threaten someone, or they get information, stuff like that.
Yeah, if your skills are high enough, the different dialogue options will open up, and also depending on what relationship you have with other characters, you can get different dialogue options that way.
Right.
Which is pretty cool because then you can actually have conversation, and then if 2 of your companions are like near one another in a certain vicinity, they can also start talking to one another, which makes the world seem less vacant, especially when you're in a populated area and no one's talking.
So the question you asked was, how do people feel with regards to the fact that you as a character now have a voice, a proper voice?
Yeah.
If I was playing the game, I'd probably have no issue with it whatsoever. It'd probably be a decent way to give a decent narrative. What I wouldn't like is if we ended up having this voice at the expense of other things.
Yeah. So far, I think in my experience, it's adding more to the game, which is
well.
Great.
One thing I absolutely loved was Star Wars: The Old Republic for this reason. You were able to actually choose different dialogue options of how you wanted to progress a story, even in a dungeon. But the only problem is only one dungeon did it. Oh, well, technically 2. But it was great making the story your own.
Mm-hmm. That's what Bethesda games are usually about, is forging your own path.
Yeah.
Right now, I haven't even bothered touching the main story quest. I am running around the wasteland doing what I do.
Well, I mean,
shooting giant scorpions and stealing your stuff.
Though saying all this, I am more than happy with the way World of Warcraft does it, where the fact that it's a linear plot line. You have to do things in order. I have no issue with either case.
That's also fine.
Yeah.
And provided that the linear story is interesting.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. One thing that both and I, Colin, have noticed that is kind of an annoyance, and I hope they patch this sometime soon, is the user interface when you're in menus and things like that is really odd. Because now buttons that are used to get out of a menu or to go back to a different screen swap between escape and tab for me.
Right.
So like suddenly I'll be like, I press tab to open up my Pip-Boy, my your character's inventory to look around and stuff like that, or like you're in the workshop options and you're trying to like make a weapon or like build your settlement and things like that.
Yeah.
Sometimes escape and tab get switched around. Sometimes escape, when you think it's to get out of an option, it just pauses the game, which is handy because you can pause this game anytime you want, and you can like quick save right in the middle of a dialogue with somebody,
which is
right
nice.
in the middle of a conversation with somebody. So if in case you're like, oh, that option was a bad idea, I'm gonna go back and try that again.
Right.
But
or accidentally press a option you're not meant to.
Exactly.
Like I did it a few times. I was like, oh shit, I had not meant to say that, so I go back and retry that. It's pretty good. You could actually save before when you're starting a dialogue. You could actually save, which is nice.
Yeah, but yeah, the getting out of options and going through some menus is kind of a pain. And both Colin and I have found that swapping weapons is a gigantic pain in the ass, especially using a controller. It is really difficult when you're like in a
fight,
in a fight, in a heated situation. Especially when all of a sudden, oh, one of your guns is out of ammunition. Oh, okay, I better switch to my other one. Oh, yes, it's taking too long, and then suddenly you're dead. For me on the keyboard, I have the nice 1 through 9, and then some.
Yeah.
But even then, I find there's like a slight delay in swapping your weapons.
Right.
And if you get hit at any point in time, whether you're reloading, swapping your weapon, or anything like that, immediately cancels the action, and then you got to try to do it again, and then it's frustrating as hell.
Yeah.
Right.
With the control pad, with the D-pad, you only have 4 options. Like in Vegas, you got like 8 options. Like you just clicked it, you get it right away. In this, yeah, you could have more weapons now. There's like the list now. You could carry up to 20 weapons on the D-pad, but you have to press the D-pad once to
It was
open
like
it
12.
up. Is it 12? Okay.
Yeah, you get 4 directions and 3 slots each.
Oh, okay. All right. So you push the direction you want. It'll like say left, right. Oh, that opens the menu. Then you have to press it a few times. Like say I want my fire weapon, so that's like 3 times extra. It's on there now. Press A, then you switch it. And trying to do that in mid battle is fucking annoying.
Right.
Yeah, basically, it's like if you go into a fight, have your main weapon out, and that's the one you're going to be using throughout the entire fight. Unless there's a break, and you somehow manage to switch your weapon in time before somebody goes and smacks your ass.
So I'm not quite sure if you're actually aware of this. There's a bug in the game that allows you to actually move faster, yeah, and do things faster if the frame rate is higher. Yeah? Like you can shoot faster, you can run faster, you can throw things faster. Gravity affects things faster if your frame rate is higher.
Yeah, I experienced that a few times when my frame rate
How does that make you feel?
I don't know, because that actually hasn't happened to me.
Happened to me like 1 time or twice. It's just like my game paused, like nothing's happening. Then all of a sudden I got this major speed boost and I wrecked everything. I went, wow, what the fuck was that?
I really feel that is a very large oversight.
But there we have cases of games being tied to the frame rate before. Like, what was it? Need for Speed Rivals. They found that the physics engine was tied to the frames. And when actually Total Biscuit did this, when he uncapped the frame rate, everything just went berserk.
Right.
To the fact that he capped it at 60 and things were just going stupid. The cars were going twice as fast as normal. They would literally flip out and get flung halfway across the map at a small bump, and then when he uncapped the frame rate totally, it went so fast the game didn't know what was going on and he broke it.
Wow.
And there's another monster. It's like basically a game for the Monster Hunter for the PC.
Yeah.
That is also tied to the frame rate. So people are finding that if you affect the frame rate, it can give you easier or harder time in battle.
Wow.
And again, a third example is a tower defense game where your cannons were tied to the frame rate, but the enemy movement stayed the same. So what happened is after the frame rate was uncapped, is your turrets were firing like mad, and but the enemies were still moving at their normal speed and getting wrecked.
Nice.
That is wow.
That is.
I mean, and as a more recent example that we're all familiar with in some way, is because we've all played Warframe here at one point, and I believe it was some of the automatic weapons. Their fire rate was actually tied to your frame rate. That doesn't actually. They've actually fixed that now, so that doesn't happen. But that was a thing.
Wow.
I can say during my time that I've played Fallout, I actually haven't experienced any game-breaking bugs, or actually any bugs in general. The only time my game has ever been, I don't know, unruly is when it just crashes randomly. But that's happened to me before playing other games. I'm thinking just because maybe I might not have all of the optimal settings up on this thing just yet. But I did get I did upgrade my graphics card and did some updating with my view, so maybe it'll maybe that won't happen. It only happened twice, which wasn't really anything new. Like Skyrim would do that every once in a while too, and it wasn't a big deal as long as I saved regularly, which you should be doing anyway.
Oh yeah. What we do about
Yeah.
bugs or stuff like that for so far I haven't experienced real bugs except for this one that is a bit weird. Apparently it's also affected Xbox and PlayStation 4 players. This is what I was talking about when I was doing the customization. I was like, why my frame rate is choppy and all this. It's like I can't move properly, right? It's so weird. I thought it was just I have a outdated graphics card. I guess I got like a 640, and I thought it was not handling that well. But until I went out in the open world, it was smooth. It's every time I go inside a like a building or like an area that is like ports you into a new area, it just destroys my frame rate. It's just like I can't do anything. It's like very annoying. But it's kind of it doesn't do it anymore since I put all the settings on like kind of low. I still get the frame rate issues when I do go inside buildings, like in a different area. But when I'm in the open world, it doesn't affect it. And I tried this out. I tested this out. I played it on high on the open world, perfectly fine, no issues. But when I go inside the building, it fucks up. So yeah, and apparently this is affecting PlayStation 4s and Xbox. It's quite bad, and hopefully they will fix it. Because I was talking to you with it, Bridget, right?
Yeah. I say because I also went to look it up as well. Everything is people are getting frame rate issues on across all consoles. People think they do know what it is with the Xbox, and it's basically a hardware issue, but that still doesn't explain what's going on with the other two platforms.
Okay,
I
so
mean,
question.
it was the worst on the Xbox to the fact that even swapping weapons would cause frame drops. But yeah, sorry, as you were saying, Drew.
So one thing I really want to ask to the people that are obviously playing Fallout 4 is, did it come out too soon?
Well, a lot of people would probably say that it didn't come out soon enough because they want to play the game really goddamn badly. But if it has those issues, I haven't experienced. But if there's other people who are having those issues, then I say, yeah, it might have. Especially if you're having something like that, like those things should have been fixed.
Yeah, there's even reports that people with like very high rigs on their PC having frame rate issues like that. Like super two Titans and all this stuff, like the most top tier for a computer, and they're having frame rate issues of it in medium, or was it high, not an ultra. So with an ultra, this gets fuck worse. But yeah, apparently that's doesn't matter what rig you have, it's kind of fucking up with the frame rates.
But yeah, it definitely should have maybe been held back a little bit longer to fix all those things. Yeah, I'm glad it's out. I'm happy it's out. It's just don't release a broken game, guys. It's not cool.
Do you think this is going to hurt Bethesda's reputation, or do you feel that they're immune to any fallout?
I see what you did there.
I'm kind of thinking maybe no, because it's Bethesda and there's Bethesda fan people everywhere, and they'll just say, "Oh, it's fine. They'll fix it. It's fine." But it's just, yeah, sure, they will fix it, and that'll be great. It's just that, couldn't you have done that the first time? Maybe. Be nice.
Yeah, it kind of gets, because we get a lot of games now with day one patches, and some even games that are taking off sale for a few months, put up and still are broken. Cough,
that
cough.
Batman game.
Cough, cough, Arthur Knight.
Is it still broken?
Yes.
Yeah, it's still broken.
And they've actually thrown up their hands and said, fuck it, we can't really fix it. Not in those words, but they have pretty much said, yeah, it looks like it's going to remain broken, and are offering full refunds.
Well, on PC, so they're not gonna fix it.
Yeah.
I am absolutely shocked.
So
Yeah.
they just stopped trying. They're not even going to bother trying to fix it anymore.
No, well, no, it was taken off of Steam for, what was it, about 3 months?
Yeah.
And yeah, it's still broken.
Yep, people still having problems with it, so
Yeah. So yeah, it's basically been reported of, yeah, it's broken, it's not going to get fixed. So, but they have said, hey, even if you bought this on the first launch, and you want a full refund, let us know, and they'll actually refund it.
I am pretty damn shocked and appalled by Warner Brothers. I mean, yeah, granted, I appreciate that the problems may be so deep rooted that it would take longer than 3 months. Don't bloody give up trying to fix it. You know, I feel that is really going to do a lot of damage to Warner Brothers' reputation.
it really has. Like the first time.
No.
Yeah.
You see, I feel it did a lot of damage, right? But then to turn around, put it back up, for it to still be buggy as hell, and then just say, we tried. You know, that is I
Very unprofessional, really.
Yeah.
it really is. Like I
Yeah.
would say, okay, this is it. It's still buggy. We are going to continue to fix it, but it's going to take a lot longer than we expected. So don't expect it to be perfect until like another year. Yeah, I'd
Yeah.
be happy with that. But for them to just turn around and go, it's just costing us too much money. Fuck it.
Is it still on Steam or is it gone now
No,
again?
it's on. I don't know actually. Let's have a look, shall we?
Yeah.
Have a look.
I'm quite
Yes.
interested now.
Drew, as someone who does a lot of the programming stuff and all that sort, if someone came to you saying, "Hey, this is broken," and you tried to fix it,
Yeah.
you wouldn't be satisfied until you've actually found the problem and fixed it, would you?
Oh no, I wouldn't. But I also have to appreciate time and money and resources. Um, so without going into too much detail, like one of the jobs I have to do right now with the current project is go through millions of lines of code and debug them to work with multiple databases because currently they only work with one. And it's not a 5-minute job. I actually sat down with someone that's more experienced in the field, with the software because he developed most of it, and we just went through. God, how many? It was like over 100 different methods today, just to say, right, okay, do I need to fix this one? Do I need to fix this one? Do I need to fix the next one? You know, so on and so forth. And he would just go, yes, no, yes, no, no, yes, whatever. And every single one he said yes to, I will go away and fix. Everyone he said no to, I am just flat out ignoring until it's a problem. Yeah. So I can appreciate time spent against making it work.
It's the case of getting this one fixed. They could probably put that time and effort into like half building another game.
Exactly. Yeah. They could make Batman Arkham Baby, you know, for all I know, and get the majority of it written up before they actually finish fixing this. Because more often than not, fixing something requires, depending on how bad it is, depending on how much of a rework it is, more often than not, turns into the same amount of time it took to make it from scratch to making it shoddily released. You know, it will take just as long. Fun times.
Right. And did you find it on Steam?
Yes, I did.
It's still there.
Yep.
At what price?
£35.
That went down.
It went up, man.
Went up. What?
When it first came up, it was $29.99. Now it's $34.99, and it
What?
doesn't have the crazy crap of, "Hey, if you buy it, you get like this TF2 crap." You don't have that anymore. You're just buying the core game, and it's just like,
What?
Nope. yeah,
That's what I have to say. What?
yeah, and it's also got DLC up the wazoo.
Oh my god.
Just think, Vermintide's like £22.
And neither of them are as good as Warframe. And neither is Warframe as good as Legacy of the Void. And Legacy of the Void is better than Fallout 4.
You're gonna say that. Speaking of Fallout, are we gonna continue, or is that it? We're done. Done, Tyler? We're done?
Well, that's pretty much all I wanted to say on the matter.
Okay then, you two. If someone said to you, "Oh, I'm thinking of getting Fallout 4, I'm not too sure," what would you say?
No.
No.
No, because you see, the reason why I got it, why I bothered pre-ordering it, I wasn't going to. I don't like pre-ordering games. I just want to say that right now. I do not like pre-ordering games anymore. I kind of consider myself lucky with this one because it's not utter garbage. There's just a couple of things that bug me a bit, and also just wait until more mods come out for the game. Wait until it's cheap. Never ever buy a game for a full price if you don't have to.
Or are you buying it on Green Man Gaming for very dirt cheap? Well, I won't say dirt cheap.
For me, for buying Fallout 4, I had an account on Green Man Gaming. I got a coupon on there to pre-order it cheap. I got it for half the price it is on Steam. Another thing, don't buy it on Steam.
Shop around.
What is it? It's like 80 Canadian on Steam. Here, let me go here. Store page. Go to the store page. Store page. It is $80 Canadian and $40 for a season pass. I'm
That's the one thing I'm going to tell anyone.
Ridiculous.
Don't buy season pass because you don't know what's in it. So
you can don't buy the game on Steam. It's ridiculous. Go to Green Man Gaming, get it for $20 cheaper. It's $60 on there. And if you can, wait until it's on sale. Find a coupon. Do something to not buy this game for full price because it's not worth $80.
Actually,
it is not worth $80.
Before we actually round this up, one thing I would like to say is I always find that Bethesda games are ludicrously expensive, right?
Yeah.
I'm actually going to have a quick look at StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void.
Yeah, because I remember it was actually a Bethesda game that actually got me to install Steam on my computer because I thought, oh, yeah, I used to play all these Elder Scrolls games and I saw Skyrim coming out. And I thought, right, I'll take a look. And I actually went into Game. That's the physical store that we have here in the UK.
Yeah.
And the Xbox 360 version and the PS3 version was something like £35. The PC version was 20 quid. Even on Steam, it was still 30, 40 quid or something. And so I was like, yep, I'm going to grab it for my PC.
Well, I'm looking at StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void, right? On battle.net, the client. Legacy of the Void Standard Edition is £30. Fallout 4 Standard Edition is £40. Right? I always feel that Bethesda games are not worth the money that they're asking for on release. Right? I bought Skyrim on release, and I regretted it because I found so many bugs in it that really got on my nerves. The fact that my donkey, the house Carl, just disappeared with all my amazing shit really pissed me off. Yeah, I never found them again. They just ceased to exist in the game, even though they were explicitly told, stay in the house. And they stayed in the house for ages. And then all of a sudden, oh, nope, gone. I do feel more often than not, Bethesda released their games too early, and it kind of shows, and especially for the price they're asking for, it's just not worth it.
Yeah. Well, like I was about to say, because I don't like cutting. Anyway, I would say, like Bruce said, what would I say if people if they want to buy it and what they recommend? I would say, yeah, get it if you get it cheap. Green Man Gaming is a good one. I got it for 32 quid on Green Man Gaming. 32 quid. It's not that's good price, right? Better than 39.99.
Let me do some quick calculations here. All right, so pounds, $2.
As a game as it is now, if you are a fan of the franchise, if you want to play post-apocalypse, yeah, go get it, but get it cheap. Either that, like Blair said, wait until it's when they fix the bugs, and also when they bring out more mods for it to enhance the gameplay, like
Hey, Colin.
Oh yeah, what are you doing with this calculation, bro?
I got it for £19.
Oh, fuck you.
Like, holy crap! I got this for a screaming deal.
Yeah, buy it Green Man Gaming.
Yeah. So, yeah, if you can get it cheap, get the game. It's fun. I would also recommend waiting until more mods are out. Wait until they fix all this crap. Then get it. I can see that this game is definitely going to have hours upon hours of fun. It's like I have with Skyrim. Or, Fallout 3. So yeah, I recommend it. Just maybe not right this second.
Yes. But before we finish, Drew?
Yeah.
Can you tell everyone the wonderful tale of how you totally broke the only Fallout game you played?
Oh God, yeah. Right.
I gotta hear this story. I'm interested.
Playing Fallout 3, and I was putting a lot of time and effort in making my character be all like, yeah, I'm cool and everything. Then I went to Megaton, the first city, the first colony you ever go to, and of course they have in the middle of it a nuclear bomb. So I end up doing the main quest line, and the sheriff's all like, yeah, there's some bad guy, and he's all like, yeah, I want to blow up Megaton, and you've got to stop him. And I'm like, well, Bethesda are known for making their games do whatever you want. I'm going to see how this is going to play out. So I went and I spoke to the bad guy, and I was like, hey, the sheriff wants me to stop you from blowing up Megaton. And then the bad guy was like, I don't like that. I'm going to go talk to the sheriff.
Wow, I really cannot continue that. That's killing my throat. So the bad guy then goes to the sheriff. They have an argument. The bad guy then kills the sheriff. I then kill the bad guy because, you killed the sheriff. Well, you're not going to kill the deputy. Ha ha! Bang. Dead. Right? And then that plot line just stopped. That was it.
The plot line can't continue.
Plot line couldn't continue.
Oh.
Yeah? The game should have been, okay, well, the sheriff's dead, right? You now cannot kill the bad guy. Just you can't aim at them or whatever. But there was nothing there. Because I had killed him, there were no follow-up quests. The game didn't know what to do with me. Right?
Oh.
And I just wandered the waste, and I had nothing to do. So I just gave up on the... apart from when I found some mutants that just completely slaughtered my head in. Yeah, so that is how I broke Fallout 3 within a matter of moments.
So you did something quite amazing, like you shut off the nuclear explosion and actually blow up your PC at the same time.
No. I couldn't set off the nuke. Because
Okay.
I killed the bad guy, I couldn't set it off. Yeah? And because the sheriff's dead, I didn't get any reward for not setting it off. Yay! So, yeah, that's how I broke Fallout 3. I also don't like the back system. That just drives me up the wall.
Yeah, I just... okay, for those of you who've played older Fallouts, everybody doing that here?
No.
No?
I've not played any.
So, in the old game... This is just a little bit of trivia for the end of the show here. So, in the older games, everything was turn-based, right? And your action points actually kind of meant something.
Right.
And so you take a couple steps, it's an action, aim your gun, shoot a guy, actions. And that was the purpose of VATS, was the combat system. In this new game, now it's basically a first-person shooter, run around, blow things up.
Right.
VATS has no purpose to me anymore because I never use it.
Right.
Sure, they have a new mechanic in this one where you have like a crit meter that goes up, and then you can like execute a guy. But even then, I don't really see that. I just don't use it because I don't like it. I find it slows the game down. Sure, you get an awesome cinematic kill, blowing somebody's head up.
If you kill anything.
If you can kill anything, because half the time, I find I'm a better shot just running around rather than using VATS. It's just,
I actually much prefer, what's the name of the game?
Borderlands?
Rage? No, Rage.
Oh,
yeah.
Rage.
Because it's a very similar setup. Like, you post-apocalyptic world, you actually get buggies to drive around because you got such massive distances, and you shoot something and it's gonna go down. It'll wobble, it'll fall over, then pick itself back up properly. It looks really cool when it does. But it's just like, wow. And I didn't like the fact that, so do you know who made Rage?
I do not.
id Software, the people that made Doom and Quake, right?
Oh, okay.
You know who owns id Software?
No.
Bethesda.
Oh.
Bought out id, right?
So you think they would have maybe learned something?
Oh, no, right? So when Rage was released, there was a huge fuck up with both Nvidia and ATI, right? With their graphics card drivers. How Rage is designed is so that it will only load the textures in front of you, so that like the whole texture map is really cleverly designed, right? But because Nvidia and ATI screwed up their drivers, it popped in horribly, and there were so many graphical glitches with the game. And the worst thing, Bethesda didn't get either of these two companies to fix it.
Oh.
That really sucks.
This actually led to John Carmack, the father of Doom, quitting id and went to work for Oculus.
Now
Wow,
you know.
I have a lot less respect for Bethesda now.
Yeah, that's right. Blizzard's better. Sorry, what?
Okay, all right, don't do that. That's not.
I
that's
admit
not,
I'm a
cool.
Blizzard fanboy and everything at heart, but
I
that's
know.
because
Okay, I like Blizzard. You don't need to tell me.
That's because they actually release their games when they're finished.
Yeah.
And then they cancel absolutely amazing games, which make me cry. There was before Warcraft 3, there was supposed to be a Warcraft adventure game that they did like 90% of it, but because it didn't have a serious enough tone, they thought it would undermine the importance of Thrall. It got cancelled, but it just looked so amazing.
Didn't they have when they're planning a StarCraft MMO at one point?
No. They were planning on a game called StarCraft Terran Ghost, or StarCraft Ghost, which was about Nova, one of the more famous ghost characters in the StarCraft universe now. And it was supposed to be like a Metal Gear Solid game, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it got pulled in too many different directions, and it was going to be a Metal Gear Solid game, and then they wanted it was being driven to have a multiplayer component, which was very much a Battlefield 1942, but on the PlayStation 2, which couldn't support it, and then the game basically caved in on itself. There was no way it was going to be a good title, so they cancelled it.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll bring it back one day.
Maybe.
What I'd really like to see from them is another Warcraft RTS.
Well, at BlizzCon,
I'd love to see that.
At BlizzCon, the RTS team turned around and said, "Well, yeah, we want to do an RTS, but the question is, what one do we do?" And yeah, I agree. I would like to see another Warcraft RTS, but I don't know how they would do another Warcraft RTS while World of Warcraft is still happening. they'd probably have to design it so that it slots in between expansions.
Yeah, because I got to make sure the continuity all lines up perfectly.
Yeah. And one thing I will certainly say, or maybe like it's a small part of an expansion or whatever, but one thing I will say is, if they do a Warcraft 4, I really, really hope they actually come up with some new and original villains. I am sick to fecking death of bad guys not dying and then coming back, and it's just like, oh, just F off.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yep. Anywho, right, well, yeah.
Yeah.
Lizard rule!
So, and that is
Blizzard is life.
And that is all for this week, so we're going to go set Drew back in front of Legacy of the Void.
Never gonna see me again.
You'll appear at some point.
Forever lost in the void.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, pretty much.
We'll grab
Right.
some snacks while we're at it.
Yep. Okay then. I think we're done here.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Right.
So we will see all of you lovely people later.
Bye.
Yeah.
Grab
Right.
some snacks while we're at it.